telling me about the things she did, like breaking their belongings, scratching the walls of their rooms, and taking their food, and so on. I always argued with my parents about it, but the breaking point came on my youngest brother's birthday. He was overjoyed and kept looking at the birthday cake because what he loved most about parties was blowing out the candles. On the other hand, my sister was irritated that the day wasn't about her and constantly tried to grab everyone's attention, always unsuccessfully. Then, when it was time for my little brother to blow out the eagerly awaited candles, my sister just jumped in front of him, blew out the candles, and left laughing. My parents also laughed and tried to divert the guests' attention elsewhere while my brother cried, as many were upset by what had just happened. That's when I finally stood up and started shouting about how unfair everything was and that they should reprimand that spoiled girl once and for all. All this ended with me relighting the candles and my little brother blowing them out. The years went by, my sister remained spoiled, but as my brothers turned 18, I allowed them to move into my house until they had enough money to live on their own. For a long time, we all lived in peace, without having to worry about our belongings being taken in the middle of the night or our things being vandalized. Now that my mother had to deal with my sister's tantrums alone, she constantly called us, asking for help to control her. The breaking point came when my sister was arrested, and my parents asked me to pay her bail, as I was the only one with enough money to do so. Despite not liking my sister, I was convinced by my parents that she was family, and I should do it, so I ended up paying. The problem came later. I think after seeing that I had paid her bail, my sister became more interested in how much I really earned, which was a substantial amount. Therefore, she recently came to my house. She sat down with me and my brothers, talked about how beautiful the house was, and asked when we were going to leave it. I told her that my brothers would leave when they had enough money, and that I wasn't concerned, and they could stay as long as they wanted. That's when everything started to go downhill. She looked at me confused and said that it wouldn't be possible because she wanted to live alone there and didn't want them or me around, and that everyone would have to move out as soon as possible. I asked her why I would do that, and she said that she had just been released from jail and wanted to rebuild her life, but she needed a big house like mine for people to see that she had changed and to recover. Furthermore, she also wanted my savings because she needed to buy new fancy clothes and travel again to show people that she had recovered. I thought she was joking, but incredibly, she wasn't. I told her that if she wanted to live there for a while, I would accept as long as she followed the rules, but I wouldn't give her anything. She just started screaming, and at that moment, I told her to leave because I wouldn't tolerate her insolence in my own house. She tried to shout again, but when she realized that no one there would listen to her, she just left angrily. Now my parents call me constantly, saying that I should give my house to her because she has suffered so much and that it's only fair that I do it, but I won't fall for that. She has now shown me that she's beyond redemption and will never change, and I won't be the one to continue spoiling her. You can now check if there is a part 2 by pressing share and more.